Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just come down to Bitcoin, big up the CoinsKid crew. So we're seeing really positive reactions in the last week for certain altcoins. Like I said to you, if you're looking to make money in the space, I wouldn't necessarily pick Bitcoin, but I do cover Bitcoin because it's the health of the market. This is why I cover it every day for you, because it is the health of the market. It is the king of the coins, but it does move a little bit slower than everything else. If you're looking for exponential gains in this bull market, then you've got to focus on altcoins, okay? So personally, I'm not going to call it. I'm looking for the confirmation right now, but potentially Bitcoin did bottom on the 18th of June, and right now we are slowly but surely building positive reactions on the altcoins, coming up the stairs, breaking through the EMAs, running to resistance, falling back to support, and this is what you see structurally at the bottom. So we've got Dogecoin, which is absolutely taken off in space, isn't it? I'm not necessarily a buyer at these prices, to be honest with you. If you was going to buy Doge, you've got to buy it in the floor. You've got to buy these coins when they're in the floor. They're in the red, basically. No one wants to know about it, and the RSI is really oversold. Lots of other indicators as well. They're the sort of positions you want to buy, the blood, the fear, and it never feels like you want to buy it down there, and the opportunity never feels like opportunity. Otherwise, everyone will be millionaires. It's not that easy, okay, to look at a depreciating asset and think, right, I'm going to enter here because it feels like it's going to go down forever. Okay, what you do, the human psychology is you look at something that's going up and you want to buy it when it's going up because you think it's going to go up forever. It's the opposite. So, like I always said to you, buy big green candles, get big red dildos. Now, I've not got a crystal ball. Dogecoin could absolutely just melt faces and keep going, but for me, I wouldn't necessarily buy there. I'd wait for a pullback of support and then enter, confirming the breakout, because that's looking quite tasty, that is. You've got other altcoins here. I mean, if we take a look at this, look at the majority of them. Ethereum's up, 23% in the last 7 days. Bitcoin's a bit of a laggard, which it was at the previous bottom. So again, I wish I could jump up and down and tell you, yeah, the bottom's in, CoinsKid crew, that's it, we've nailed it, off we go. There are certain things that we're seeing that are, building the confluence to the fact that the bottom is in, and this point here in October, I did anticipate that, with the perma bears were saying we will be at 14k already, and we're not necessarily here, with the major crash coming towards the end of the year down to 10k, so we've literally got 2 months left to get down to 14k, then 10k in 2 big crashes. Obviously anything can happen, but at the minute, structurally, we've gone well over 130 days into this bottom right now, and personally I've been buying every dip I can, shorting, long in the market, swinging, whatever you can do. But personally I've been adding to my altcoins. There's some altcoins that are absolutely looking really tasty going forward, and we'll keep you updated and hopefully deliver them messages to you in previous, in other updates coming soon. But primarily we're focusing on Bitcoin here. I don't want to distract from what it is. It's Bitcoin at the moment. So if Bitcoin's healthy, the market's healthy. If Bitcoin's not healthy and it's coming down, then the market's not healthy, obviously. That's why I follow it, Bitcoin, every day. So potentially it's bottomed. I'm looking for structure. I'm looking for the confirmation of that. We're slowly but surely doing it. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, like I said to you, there's a pivot point. So let's take a look at charts right now, okay? So looking at Bitcoin, there was a pivot point from this big ABC correction, potentially of this C leg, okay? So I know a lot of people are anticipating 5 waves down here, and obviously that can happen like this, okay? So you've got this big 1, this big 2, this was a 3, right now you're 4, this is part of the 5th wave coming down. Anything can happen. If that does happen, like I said to you, your last leg of support is all the way down here on this wave 1 high, just there around about 14k, isn't it? If that does happen and we're down there and we have this big crash and the markets roll over, that would be the last level of support for me. And I would anticipate that if there was a big crash of Bitcoin, I would anticipate a really, really strong level of support just there. I'm going to drop that in for you, just in case, I am wrong and this isn't the bottom. And right now we're not carving out the structure. We've not got the falling wedge. We're not breaking out on the pivot point as well from a couple of weeks ago. And we're not slowly but surely coming up the stairs. Then this leg, like I said to you, this is the last line in the sand for me for any kind of bullish impulse into 2023, because potentially what we've got is the formation of this bullish impulse. It started just here in June, okay, on the 18th, like that. So something I've been targeting for a very long time, and I'm seeing a lot of people playing catch up to this potential scenario right now, is that this fact is that's a one impulsive move. That was a ABC sharp correction, wave 2 into 2020. Then we had huge wave 3 that ended there in April 2021, and from there we've had this irregular ABC correction, which is potentially done right now for Bitcoin right there, okay? And from there we're looking at a bullish impulse into 2023, which should bring us up to theoretically round about that orange line there, which is around about 92k for Bitcoin. And that for me would complete this massive impulsive move that started from 2018 with this subsets of waves within inside it, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be your blow off top phase of the bull run. Now we are beginning to see altcoins starting to take off and break through EMAs on a weekly, but we need to see the follow through and the consistency of that follow through, okay? Now, there are a lot of analysts out there as well that are equally calling for a blow-off top in stock market, you know, and all this pullback and everything is just a springboard, elastic band to shoot us off into space right there. So anything can happen. And remember, when everyone's in despair and depression and things like that, they're always the optimal entry points, aren't they? So we are seeing some real strong confluence in the altcoins right now that are starting to break out and, you know, move upstairs. But I don't want to call it. I would love to call it, but I think that if we start to break levels of resistance here, there'll be absolutely no question for me that the bull market is not back on here, and this correction's over, and this was your bottom, and it was a fantastic entry point as anticipated, and right now we are slowly but surely coming up the stairs here for Bitcoin. Okay, if it is the case, okay, from here we would see the follow through from this falling wedge which we've broken out of last week on that pivot point, the 2618, which is something I was targeting. Look at these pivot points, okay, from this ABC correction, ABC or whatever you want to call it, WXY, came down on that 1 fib. Look at that, okay, bottomed out on the 1 fib in that week, Monday the 13th of June. It was one of the confluencing factors as to why I thought we would bottom that time frame as well. We've come up into resistance, which is primarily this low, retested its resistance, support as resistance, remember that, and right now we're coming back to a high low, breaking out of a falling wedge, which gives us a technical target to the 20 EMA, this white line here, which is his point of contact, then the point of contact in which he started the wedge. Okay, so it's slowly but surely coming up the stairs, isn't it? Now, it doesn't mean that within a week you can't crash and grab liquidity and things like that, because this is crypto, this is what it does, it shakes people in and out. But right now you are breaking out of a falling wedge, we can't ignore that. So if Bitcoin can slowly but surely come up the stairs here like this, okay, and get to these targets, and especially this red line here, and it begins to take that out as resistance, for me there's absolutely no question that you're not looking at an bullish impulsive move into 2023, and we've nailed the markets right here, you know. So I wish everyone the utmost luck, but anything can happen, you know. It can roll big sell off and we come down and we have that final fifth wave right there, and this is the bottom down here, who knows. But so far, you know, there's a lot of data that's stacking up that was the bottom. We are starting to carve out this beautiful Adam and Eve bottom. If we can structurally hold this ascending green line right now, that'd be really, really positive. Okay, and like I've said to you, there's an inverse correlation here. If we can get the weekly close above that blue line today, okay, which is currently sitting at roughly 20316 for Bitcoin, which is a 10 EMA on the weekly time frame. Let me show you. 20316, it's the 10 EMA on the weekly time frame. If we can see that today, I think that you know you've got a massive tick here that the bottom is in, and the reason is because the inverse correlation with the DXY. Let me show you. So just here on the DXY this week, because the DXY trades on Monday to Friday, okay, it doesn't trade at weekends. So we actually got the close below the 10 EMA. So for me, the damage is already being shown on the DXY that it's rolling over. You've got some kind of big double top here, double top like this. Potentially, you know, you run up into the next couple of weeks, Bitcoin starts to come down and retrace, but if this thing starts to roll, I think you're coming down here for the DXY, and this is going to lead into 2023. And like I've said to you for a very long time, when this thing starts to retrace back through the EMAs because there's a big overextension, this is going to be opportunity for crypto, okay, and a massive opportunity leading into 2023, you know. And I just wish everyone the utmost luck, you know, but I can't call it obviously until we start to see the break of resistance. But one thing we are doing right now is positive for crypto, is this weekly close below the 10. So if we start to rally here on the DXY and put a lower high in, this thing's cooked basically. It doesn't mean long term it's cooked, because this is breaking out, this is very bullish long term, but this retracement is just healthy for crypto to come up and risk on assets and give us that blow off top that I'm anticipating into 2023. So you enjoyed that update, you know, stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, take care everyone, thank you for support, and I'll be back tomorrow with another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.